Hi there, welcome to episode 2 of Personal Finance. If you haven't watched the first episode, I'll leave the link in the description box below. But just to bring you up to speed, in the previous episode, we were able to define personal finance as basically how you manage your money. And we went ahead and discussed the first two cores of personal finance, which is income and expenditure. So, to get more details, please do spare a moment to watch the previous episode. Without further ado, let's get into the last two cores of personal finance. Keep watching. The third core of personal finance is our investment habits. Now, I mean investment habits, not speculations. Let me break this down for you. You see, when it comes to investments, there are different kinds of investments. We have short term and long term. Some people believe investing for 3 months is long term. And other people make investments for like 5 years, 10 years. Like these are kinds of investments that turn into generational wealth. You gotta know what kind of investments you like investing in, whether they are short term or long term, and not just speculate. You find that some kinds of people getting excited when they are exposed to these kinds of pyramid investments. I know most of us have had these kinds of investments like the GNLD, the Forever Living, and I'm sorry for pointing names, but I've come across those kinds of things and people get so excited. Someone comes to you when they are so pumped. They make an investment, for instance, for 1 million in that, and they get a 50% interest, and they are told, if you recruit more people, if you recruit 5 more people, you're going to earn more than you're actually earning. So you find such a person, they've got that money, they reinvest all of it, they even go and borrow more money to invest in that. And then before you know it, the thing comes crumbling down. And it shatters. That is what I call speculation. You need to study what you're investing in. You need to put in time, know where exactly you're going in, who are they registered with, what organization, so that your money just doesn't go to waste like that. I mean, it's hard-earned money. And keep in mind, investment is not fun at all. Because, my dear, a lot of us love living like we love living in the YOLO state of mind. You only live once. So why should I invest my money in something for 2 years? What if I die before the 2 years elapse? Anyway, that's that's a dilemma that comes along with that, but we cannot stay away from it. We cannot resist it, because savings alone, they cannot make us rich. And lastly, wealth preservation. Now, this is somewhat attached to the previous core, which is investment habits. Now, to preserve your investments or to preserve your wealth, again, you have to practice self-discipline, because if your investment matures and it starts yielding, and then if you decide to withdraw everything, then you'll go back again to zero. So preserving your wealth is a big core, in the state that if your investment has started to yield, if you're starting to reap out of it, it's better you reap slowly and not just reap everything. Unless of course you invested in agriculture, then you have to like harvest everything so that it doesn't go bad. But if that is not the case, it's better to get some kind of interest and leave the principal to continue generating more wealth for you. Otherwise, when you think about things like retirement, because we are not going to be young forever, it reaches a time and you reach that state of diminishing returns, if you do remember some economics, and you're no longer as productive as you were in your youth, and now you have to depend on what you worked, what you invested, what you put in place in your youth. So that means when you're reaping, you gotta do it slowly so that it can cover you, it can cover your expenses in your old age or in your retirement. So that is another thing we've got, that is another core of personal finance. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was beneficial to someone or two, and I'll see you in the next one. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing by clicking the red button below. Ciao.